Yeah.
So just to clarify on that earlier discussion, did we opt for doing kind of like the mud and above survey coming all the way around as our initial pass, or?
Yeah, I'll just step in here first. So I think obviously
Yeah.
safe navigation is the first priority. So and then full coverage the second. So whatever you need to do to kind of safely move around with hopefully looking behind every nooks and cranny, that would be the order of priority.
Okay, but the general circumnavigation of the wreck, great.
Yeah, thanks, Nav.
Yeah. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
While we're here, I'm just looking to try and get one nice shot of the stern in cinema cam.
Okay.
Jonathan, do you want this started up over here?
All right, so
yeah.
I'm starting to
Oh
rotate
no, it
a
looks
little
like
bit.
someone.
Just FYI.
Yeah, that one. There you go.
So we're out of tether.
Yeah.
Can you say that again?
Thank you.
Oh, we are out of tether.
There it
So I'm
goes.
starting to rotate a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you mind if I start kind of following you along?
Yeah, let's do a move.
All right, great. Bridge nav.
Uh-huh. I'll come down
Can
a
we
little
have a
bit.
ship move 1
couple
5
meters.
meters bearing 250?
Yeah, you can come down to like
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Yeah. We're going to keep you well off the wreck,
Yeah.
The only
Thank you.
the only issue I have with killing all those lights is it's hard to see the tether. So if we can just get eyes on that every once in a while, or at least check the tail cams, I think that's good.
Yep. Yeah, I turned on the
Okay.
spotlight there. And
Lila, we're just waiting on some tether.
Sounds good. Sorry, could you repeat, Jonathan, what it is that I'm looking at in these windows?
So if you're looking at right now, these are the images that are being recorded for photogrammetry, so not yours.
Yep.
So if you ever have wonder if it's still going, just click refresh.
Okay, and it should be the latest one. Uh-huh.
It's like real time.
Okay. And yeah, it is pretty turbid here. I don't recall if Northampton had nameplates on the stern. I know it does on the bow. Not seeing anything right now.
Well, actually, we just got to move in. We're just waiting on a little bit of tether.
Hey,
Okay.
Chris.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be helpful?
Go ahead, pilot.
We're just waiting on a little bit of tether. We have a move in on Atalanta, and yeah, it looks like I have it now. So we're gonna get
Thank
going.
you.
Yeah. Hey, Jonathan.
Sorry, Chris.
No, you're good.
Do you think it'd be helpful to move CinemaCam, which is currently that one? Do you want to flip that around with Hercules so that all 3 actual cameras, the wide field camera array, are in the same row?
That would be amazing. Yes.
Yeah, we can ask Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Go for Dave.
Can we replace the CinemaCam
Lila,
on the
back
quad
down.
there
Thanks.
with the view for Atalanta so that all 3 wide field camera array are on the same row?
You're going to have to get more detailed than that because I don't know
in the
which
same
camera
quad.
is which. I don't know which camera
Flipping
is
the
which.
2 that are on the bottom in front of Chris.
Switch those 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lila, you want back up or?
A little backed up would be nice just to get it all in the frame.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay, it's going to take a bit.
Yeah, no worries. I'm coming down just nice and easy.
Sweet. Thank you.
And maybe coming left a little bit. Back up a little more, huh?
We can clean up that image later on, Lila.
Okay, yeah, it's pretty.
Do you want to, can you kill that Atalanta light? That might help. How's it?
How's that?
Yeah, I didn't see a difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, that is so turbid. So yeah, really just you standing as still as possible will be helpful.
Yeah, it's tough at the moment.
Yep.
And go over there. I want to look at those images as you're...
So I need some more guidance here on
Here,
on ROV3 in the lower right-hand corner. What camera is that?
Here, 1 second. Let me pop.
That's somewhat stationary, Lila, sorry.
Great, yeah, I'll take one more. I think it may just be what it is because of the turbidity.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
You got it. All right. Okay, are you guys ready to start coming around?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch, let me know if you want to do any more of those up and over, you know, kind of epic shots, because those require a little bit of setup. So.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do that at some point. But yeah,
Okay.
let's start covering ground.
Okay, great.
Oh my God.
All right,
Right
coming
there.
Bridge nav.
I'm already down on my camera all the way.
BTL dash
Can we
cam.
have a ship move 15 meters, bearing 225, please?
Yeah, down all the way.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, look at those gooseneck barnacles. Those are cool. I wonder what exactly is that a ladder? I wonder what exactly we're looking at hanging off there. What do we got in the chat?
All right. Now do we have cameras where you...
That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Dave.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Chat says the name
Yeah,
should have
all
been on
part
the
of the service.
transom, but I did not see that. Did anyone else see the name Northampton on the transom?
I did not. We'll try to get you as tight as we can, Jonathan. Turning is going to be a little bit tricky because then I get broad to the current. It's going to want to blow me. But we will blow me off. We'll do the best we can here. Maximize
And
coverage.
Johan, if you wouldn't mind dropping a NOR-A here for the stern.
Sure. Do you want it on Hercules' position or the kind of like the target position, the stern of the ship?
You can just put the pin on the actual stern of the ship, yeah.
Rudder.
Thank you. Wow. Oh, so cool. Look at that. Yeah, just the plating totally ripped off.
Yeah.
At the rivets. It's really cool to see the internal structure there.
Bridge now. Can we have a ship move 10 meters, bearing 200, please?
Yeah, yesterday Johan just kept calling in consistent moves, which was really good because then I don't have to worry about the tether.
Perfect.
200. Yeah, Sarah, feel free to double check me too.
Wow, the Atalanta view is so
Tell me
good.
how you feel.
I think it's going good, and the tether's nicely staying behind herc and
Yeah.
off to the starboard
Yeah,
or starboard side. So
I like that view. I think just keep that light off.
yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and I'm just making slow moves with you.
Yeah, I can't turn too much because then it wants to keep turning my head.
Johan, do you have a question?
No, not particularly.
Okay.
Just looking around.
Is that, I'm guessing, anchor chain fixtures up front there? Or no, it's for the stern. Just kidding.
Can you guys keep an eye on rail cameras for me too, if you don't mind?
Roger.
What is that noise?
Bridge nav. Can we have a ship move 10 meters due south, please?
Ooh,
Thank you.
the aft turret. This in the old pictures, yeah, is absolutely covered with gooseneck barnacles and coral.
I can't quite reach that. Sorry, Lila.
That's okay. I'm just commenting on things. That's fine.
I'm going to come down. I'm going to come back and then come down for coverage, and then we'll, once we get more.
No, that's, you keep your awareness of coverage, and that's great.
Come back towards you, Sarah.
Yep, I might come up slowly a little bit.
Sounds good.
Yep. I think it's cooling fans.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to give this some room.
Yeah.
Man, it does not want to go forward.
Bridge nav. Can we do 15 meters, bearing 0180 due south? Great, thank you.
I'm curious about that pink biology you were seeing there.
On the turret?
Yeah. Daniel, how much do we want to, you know, take moments to zoom quickly on what the actual bio is here on the
Yeah, if it's
features?
quick snap zooms is okay as long as it's not going to interfere here with the model building.
Yeah, Jonathan, you don't care about starts and
Yeah.
stops, right? So.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
gonna
totally
tilt.
okay. Yeah, just as long as we don't stop the vehicles, then snap zooms are okay if they're...
Can we do
Right.
a snap zoom on Zeus? Let me come back for you.
Oh.
This is Frank chiming in from the studio.
Oh,
looking
great.
at the gun turret here.
Just
You
hold
know,
that.
if you compare that to what we saw on the earlier Vincennes, Astoria, and Quincy, you can tell the difference in the design. The turret structure is larger. What we saw in the New Orleans class was
back
more
in, Dave.
compact. And the 8-inch guns are
Thank you.
like those of the other ones. Are in the same sleeve, so they elevate at the same time.
Well, looks like we've got a lot of gooseneck barnacles,
Yeah.
some black coral. The white one is actually a black coral is what it's called. Some
Okay,
anemones.
let's come on.
That's great, thank you.
Thanks.
And euryalids, some basket stars on there too.
Thanks, Dave. Okay.
You messing with cinema cam? That's okay. You're fine. If you want to do it, go for it. Huh?
And look at that ladder for scale.
Yeah, right. The ladders on the ship I feel like are always good scale reference. It's massive. Frank, how long would it have taken to move, to reposition one of these turrets? How much effort did that require?
I'm not sure what the training rate was on them.
I imagine it can't have been that fast.
Yeah, one of the problems that was highlighted during the naval battles around Guadalcanal were that the 8-inch guns didn't have a high enough rate of fire and weren't able to keep up with the pace of the battle. And so when later in the war, when they began designing new cruisers, that was one of the design factors, was how could they improve that so that you could have a better chance of hitting a moving target, and that would result in a class of cruisers called Des Moines class, where they had a rapid fire 8-inch gun. But like a lot of things, by the time they entered service, the mission they were designed for had pretty much gone away. Looking at the propeller guard there.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
Propeller guard.
There's some line down here.
Look at the trash. How sad.
I know, there's trash built up all along the base.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like
I
the
would
Duke's
like
done
to, if I could interrupt, just to give a shout out to a budding naval historian who, one of my guys back at the office, his young son named Luke McGraw is watching this, apparently very fascinated. And Luke, I hope you're enjoying this, watching this, as you're looking at naval history unfold right before your eyes.
Thanks for exploring with us.
And thanks for exploring with us.
More Venus flytrap anemones.
You're keeping us going. Nice.
Yeah.
It's interesting seeing yet another evidence of deck collapse here too.
Bridge nav. Can we have a ship move 15 meters, bearing 175, please?
Do you think the deck collapse is primarily from fire?
Could be structural damage, is probably a combination of it all.
Thank you.
Might be able to go up a little farther on the next one, get a little more tether. Come back down.
So that's looking towards, on the other side is where that torpedo hit would have been, where the deck was blown upward. Just looking at our NORBIT base map.
What is the depth we're at? I missed that, unfortunately.
660 meters.
660 meters.
Just waiting on Atalanta a little bit, so I'll try to get some more coverage here.
So do we really see, we didn't see much of that aft superstructure, so that is probably what's laying on the other side. Yeah, I mean, we're right by what looks like a big depression on the NORBIT sonar too. I wonder, Frank, if that all could have gotten blown away while could that have been from the torpedo hit? I mean, it's all right next to the torpedo hit.
It's hard to say, but could be.
From the chat, from our scientists ashore, we're getting confirmation that there were, yes, lots of fires from this area of the deck onward.
Yeah, can they zoom in on this structure slightly to the right of the screen?
This guy coming center low now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second.
Looks like there's a hole right there beside it too.
Dave, you can start to come in on Zeus. Just hold there.
Yeah.
Hold there for now. I need.
Yeah. Thank you.
Is that good, Frank?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave.
Looks like there's a hole right behind, or in front of it, or behind it, I should say.
Yeah, we might have to catch that on the.
Yeah.
On the port pass.
We're kind of at the limit of the light and wide open iris-wise, so.
Okay, copy that.
Can we have a ship move 10 meters, do
We're full wide
southwest?
on
What was that?
Zeus, right?
Yes.
I know, I'm
Okay.
trying. It's okay. That's unbelievable. Everything just got ripped away here.
I believe the Japanese long lance torpedoes had a warhead of about 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
That's quite a wallop.
That's a lot of power.
Okay. I just, okay. Okay.
So hopefully the coverage is good, but it's that's all I can do right now, just to keep the vehicle in a good spot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in the water.
Yeah, it's nuts. We're really not that far from what we're looking at right now. You can barely see it. Trying to make out what we might be looking at based on where we are. Yeah, it's totally damaged, but there should be a number of 5-inch guns here along the sides where there were initially.
Are we coming up on midships?
We just passed where the aft superstructure should have been,
Okay,
so now we're coming up, yeah.
Where the aircraft stuff would be then?
Not quite that far yet. Still where
okay.
those kind of aft 5-inch guns were on the.
Okay.
Is that you,
Yeah,
Jonathan, doing that?
Jonathan is messing with stuff up there, yeah.
Okay. Zoom in that camera.
Why is our track not staying?
Can we possibly zoom in on that structure that's got all the sea life growing on it, on the toward the kind of center right?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
Kinda
that
looks,
is
kinda looks
likely
like a
one of
gun.
those 5-inch guns.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It also looks like one of the gun tubs for that. That's why.
What did you call it, a gun tuck?
Gun tub.
Tub, okay. Yeah, I was wondering what the name for those was.
Squiddy.
Oh yeah, wow, squid.
Where's the squid?
Any place in particular, Frank, you want to try to look
Just
at?
see if we could kind of get it from the side. It looks like a 5-inch gun, but I just can't quite tell from this angle.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah.
My controls are getting a little delayed.
Man. Whenever we're done messing with this camera, can we get it back in? I was flying with that a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like the whole gun tub just collapsed inward with the gun.
That's a massive structural collapse there.
Yeah.
We can come in partial here, Dave.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like a 5-inch.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, video.
Totally encrusted. Look at that.
Oh yeah, and there are mushroom corals on it, actually. The little red.
Yeah.
Thanks, pilot. I got some pictures
Thank
of
you.
that.
Okay.
In the Zeus camera, at least.
Thanks, video.
Bridge nav. Can we have the ship move 15 meters, bearing 175, please? Thank you.
Comparing this to the other ships we saw, this one really suffered so much damage.
Yeah, she didn't sink initially, quickly. She kind of lingered on the surface. They really fought hard to save her, but they
Wow.
just couldn't stop the progressive flooding.
Right.
I don't think we got these two hatches.
No, we did not.
Okay. Yeah, definitely remind me, Lila.
Yeah, sure.
Do you remember, Frank, what the overall timeline was?
I think she sank a little after 3 in the morning. I'd have to check that, but I know they fought to the end to keep her afloat, but just couldn't do it.
Are you zooming it out?
Let's see.
Johan, can I pass this over to you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it doing anything?
Oh, there we go.
There's out.
Yeah.
There's mid. Now
Mid.
go all the way in.
There we
There we
There you
go.
go. Yeah, I just hopped on here and it said it had crashed, so I
Oh.
restarted it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.
So
Johan.
the battle began around before midnight on November 30th. And she ended up sinking.
Hey, Johan, can you just check to verify that CinemaCam is also all the way wide? I'm sorry. What would be better
all
for
the way
you, wide or zoomed? What would you like? I don't care at this point.
Wide is fine.
Okay.
So yeah,
Is cinema
Yeah, it's all the way.
WCA lower?
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
it's all the
lower.
way out.
I
Okay.
think
great.
it was around 3 o'clock, a little after 3 o'clock in the morning when she finally succumbed.
And
Another gun up there that in cinema cam.
can we just set the mid to also zoomed all the way in?
Chris, I think you might
Want me
want
to
to
do
be back a little to the left.
All right, adjusting
Port.
the mid.
Yeah, there
There
you
we
go.
go.
Let's just deal with that.
What's
That's
that?
good, thank you.
I think we might have drifted a decent bit to the right there.
Come
Just come port a bit again.
before I go down.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I think these are just the settings that we have to, and with turbid this big, we have to go wide and then
Yep.
physically move the ROV deeper in.
All right, my controls are kind of back on track now, so we had like a 10-second lag time.
These are pretty good for what they are.
Yeah, thanks, Lila.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't quite sure what you were saying, sorry.
It's all good.
All right.
the stereo bottle is just so sharp compared to cinema. Let's do a test. Can you take a picture on 1, 2, 3?
Yep.
There you go.
Just kind of zooming in a little bit, just FYI. I'm not
Okay.
on Atalanta.
Okay.
This looks like another gun on top here.
Thanks.
Oh, man.
That's a nice image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
So
we
this
looking at
is
there?
now, Frank, I guess, back by where the aft smokestack would have been. Those gun tubs. There's two.
Yeah. Somewhere, I don't know where they are, I did bring a set of plans for this class of vessel that had the profile shot.
Yeah.
See if I can find that.
I've got a 3D model up in front of me right now. I think that's where we are. Just as we come back down here, I'm going to try and take a picture of this on cinema cam.
Yeah, that's what I was at.
So maybe a brief pause as we pass by.
Okay, we'll try. I don't know, the angle kind of is not great for that because the tub juts out.
Oh, gotcha. That's all right.
See what I mean? So I can't.
Yeah, we can be further back.
Yeah. It's nice on this camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that camera.
Yeah.
But
I like Atalanta's view as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been taking lots of Atalanta pictures. They're all really good.
Yeah, it's so incredible.
I'll try and zoom in when I can when it's...
Yeah, sure. I'm just snapping away, so I'll probably catch it.
Let me know. Yeah, let me know if you are zooming in because
Yep. Yeah, that was the first time, so I'll call it out.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Are you
I'm trying
on
to come
cinema?
down.
Oh,
Yeah.
you please do
All
it.
right, I'm going to back up.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. I just want to, just as long as we're not both trying.
Okay.
All right, that's great there for a second. If you could hold, Chris.
I'm trying.
All right. Yep, I took a bunch of shots, so that is what it is. Thank you.
Yeah. Were we moving too much for that?
I'm looking at it. I mean, it looks a little hazy, but I don't know how much of that is just the turbidity that we got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect too much more out of this ISO and haze.
Yeah.
But look at the difference. This is from the mid.
Yeah. It looks a little,
It's
I mean, it's
crisper.
crisper, a little over
More better.
exposed.
It's better exposed.
Shipping at 1.5 meters, bearing 165. Please.
But actually, it's a little overexposed.
I think this is kind of overexposed.
Yeah.
That seems better, but this is crisper, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would be safer with this shot because you can bring it in a light room.
Yeah.
Can you come up?
Yep.
The tether just
Come on.
came on that.
Okay. I'm going to come out too. To keep an eye on it. It's just crossing over in front of us. There we go. I'm all the way up.
What are our current settings?
Yeah, pulled
Yeah,
up
so
the
I
3D
don't-
model.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it up, Frank.
Yep.
I don't see the smokestack that should be right here.
It's gone.
So you
There's a
see it.
hole,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
I think it's gone.
right up the backside. Okay.
There should be, we should be coming up on the crane for the,
Right.
I think I need to go directly down, right, Lila?
Yes.
Okay.
Down maybe a little left, or I don't know if you've just been panning around left and right.
I kind of have, yeah. I'll come to port and then come down.
Kind of turn.
There's a line down there.
I think that crossed over the top.
Could you pause right there
So-
briefly, Chris?
No.
Okay,
I
I'm
need
just
to
going to
come
try
up.
and get it in between the shaking.
Can you turn the lights on, Atalanta, please?
Yep.
We need to do some vehicle configuration.
There we go.
That's
It's
all
crossing
good.
back over now. And I'm just kind of twisting.
Yeah, I see there's a line sticking out
Twisting
there
over.
too.
Once it's over.
Yeah, and then I'll pop back up.
Yeah.
Other bottoms coming. Also look down at you. We're pretty close still.
I'm trying to help by doing that. You can.
All right,
Why don't you
coming
change
up a
your
little.
heading a little?
Yep.
Well, I don't think you want to come up because it's up and over you, right?
Yeah. Nope. Just trying to drop the camera down too.
No, don't worry about me.
I'm going to starboard.
Yeah.
Just kind of turning. Hoping it kind of pops over that way. There we go. Unless it.
Okay. Yeah. It
There
came
we go.
around that way, right? That doesn't make sense. Watch, so you just give us a second here. We have to figure out the tether.
Roger that. Thanks, pilot.
I wonder what's going on. Layla, I'm going to go back to my cave.
Okay.
Feel free to take photos over here and here, okay?
Okay,
I'll
also photos.
Yeah, I think given the conditions, if you see something, take the picture.
Okay.
And I'll deal with ramifications of that.
Okay, sure.
It's not that big of a deal, I think.
Okay.
We don't want it to be the normal SOP, and pass that along to future watches.
That they can take it, or that they should not normally?
They can take it.
All right.
If
something spectacular.
If it's a better picture, we should just do it.
Okay.
You know, I wouldn't do this on a cruise where Rachel or I wasn't actually on it, but I think it's just important enough here to prioritize
good to know.
Did you set the bookmarks on yours? Somebody did.
I did not, but that would be really helpful to have.
Instead of cinema bottle, it's stereo 1 bottle dash cam. There you go.
Okay, that's
stereo 2.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that.
It's okay. I will star that. Maybe I won't start. We'll just know that that's there.
Yeah, I'll leave this up. This is one of our control things. Screens, so you can just reach over and do it. Yeah, this is a good plan. This is a better plan, right? This is a good plan. bother dealing with this
Yeah.
tether issue. I just stopped.
right, folks. The 12 to 4 watch is on. We've had a watch transition, although we're going to leave the people in the front row alone for a little while. Right now, we have a little twist in the cable, and they're working to untwist it, untie the knot. This is not as serious at all as being caught up in another cable. This is our own cable, and so they're just going to try to work this out.
Are we off on the line feed? I don't know.
So we are now, I guess we're about 1 week in, not quite 1 week into our, we're about 1 week into our expedition.
Yep.
Here in Iron Bottom Sound, the site of the tremendously intense naval battles in the Second World War. Or something like 110 wrecks on the seafloor of vessels, and probably over 1,000 airplane wrecks on the seafloor, and a sad reminder of the destruction and horror of war and the sacrifices made on all sides. We have had 3, 4 now wrecks that we've looked at, Frank. We've had the 3 heavy cruisers, the Vincennes, the Astoria, and the what was the no? Let's fix Frank's mic. Yeah, try now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
okay.
There we go.
We are currently looking at our 4th heavy cruiser. We started with Vincennes, then went to Astoria, then Quincy.
Quincy, that was on.
And now we're on the
Northampton.
Northampton.
And on the way between Quincy and Northampton, we had a very, very exciting discovery.
We did.
And this was we have, when we go through the introductions, I'll explain a little more. We have a uncrewed vehicle that's out there. It's kind of scouting for us with a multi-beam sonar system. And it discovered a very small target from its perspective because it's mapping with a small sonar in water depths 600, 700 meters deep. And we came across over that with the ROV and with the NORBIT high-resolution multi-beam sonar, towing very slowly. And I think Frank will talk a little more about it, but it appears to be the bow of the New Orleans, which was quite a remarkable vessel, which had lost its bow in the battle and managed to go all the way across the Pacific backwards, if I remember correctly, which is quite the story.
That is a wild story.
So Frank, maybe you can fill folks in about how we think we've confirmed that this is the bow of the New Orleans. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Oh. All right. We'll hold off. We'll hold off on that till the official word. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still reviewing the imagery, looking for some of the telltale identifiers, and then once I'm sure we'll have to clear, have it checked by others as well.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm always
confirm it, deny anything.
Too eager a beaver there.
But more to
follow.
Too
excited.
In terms of the excitement, because it is exciting.
Stay tuned. More to follow on that developing story, as they say.
All right.
But I'm Frank Thompson. I'm the Director of Collection Management at the Naval History and Heritage Command. I'm honored to be part of this expedition. I'm participating as a scientist as we dive on these historic wrecks. 2025 marks the 250th anniversary of the United States Navy, and we are commemorating that event by being on one of its more historic battlefields. The campaigns around Guadalcanal were epic and very important to the history of the United States Navy, and it's really a privilege to be able to be here, and an honor to be participating in this.
And we're really we're very happy you're here, and it's been a tremendous gain for us to have your insight and knowledge and your sense of humor too.
Yeah.
Noel, introduce yourself, please.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from the control van of the Nautilus here in the Solomon Islands. My name is Noelle. I'm the data logger for the 12 to 4 watch. And when I'm not on an expedition, I am the science coordinator for OET. So I support our chief scientist, Daniel Wagner, in all aspects of expedition planning and execution and supporting the science objectives of each of our missions. Yeah, I think that's it. Larry?
Okay. Tess, are you hooked up there?
No, I don't think so.
She's not. Okay. Yeah, I'm Larry Mayer. I'm the watch leader on this watch. I'm also the chairman of the board of OET, but probably most importantly, my real life daily job is that of the director of something called the Center for Coastal and Ocean Mapping at the University of New Hampshire. And we've been there about 25 years now as National Center for Excellence, developing tools and approaches for enhanced seafloor mapping and ocean mapping, mapping in the water column too. And while I'm sitting on the vessel, standing a watch during the ROV dives, the rest of our team, 7 others, are on shore in Honiara in a very nice hotel. And they have set up what we call a ROC, a remote operating center. And from that center, they're operating our uncrewed vessel, Drix, which is about a 8 meter, about 24 foot, 25 foot long, very sleek orange vessel. It's a wave-piercing hull with a mast on it, and then it has a gondola that goes down below about 2 meters. And in that gondola is a sonar system similar in concept to the NORBIT you keep hearing about that does the high-resolution mapping of the wreck as we come close to them. But this is a much lower frequency system that can operate much further ranges, and so we can map in all the depths of Iron Bottom Sound, which gets over 1,000 meters. The NORBIT that we use to get a really high-resolution picture of the wreck, acoustic picture of it, that can only have a range of 100 to 200 meters at most. And so here we have the ability to look further, but when you do that, you do it at lower resolution. But we're using that to try to cover ground that has not necessarily been mapped before and see if we can find wrecks that have not yet been identified. And we're balancing this with going to known wreck sites. 3 of the 4 sites we visited now have been known sites, and we did go to that one unknown one earlier today or last night. That we'll confirm what we think it is later. Yep. Because I was too excited about it. We would normally introduce the front row, which are the navigators and pilots and the video folks, but they are totally focused right now on trying to untie a knot. We have what's called a 2-body tow system. There's the workhorse ROV Hercules with all of its cameras and manipulator arms and things like that. And that is at the end of a free-floating or neutrally buoyant umbilical. The actual tow wire from the ship that goes down thousands of meters is connected to a second body we call Atalanta. And that 2-body system is designed to remove the wave motion from the vehicle itself. If the Hercules with its cameras and fine sensors was connected directly to the ship, every time the ship moved up and down in the waves, the vehicle would move up and down, and we'd all get seasick trying to watch that imagery. But by having the Atalanta connected directly, it moves up and down, and with the Hercules, the ROV, on that neutrally buoyant umbilical, that motion is decoupled. But every once in a while, with all the kind of complicated maneuvers they have to make to move the sled, what we call the Atalanta, and move the ROV, which move independently in a sense. You occasionally get things knotted up a little, and so that's what's trying to be resolved now. It's a very serious issue, but not as serious as the situation we had the other day, where the vehicle got caught up in a third-party cable that was hanging around one of the wrecks. I think that was the Astoria. I think that.
Correct.
Yep.
And
No,
that
I'm sorry, that was Quincy.
was it Quincy?
Quincy.
Okay, yeah. And so that's a particularly dangerous situation because if we can't free it from that, it's very difficult to get the vehicle back then. But we were able to free it. Really skilled crew up there, and I'm sure they'll be able to untie this knot. But you have to be patient now. As soon as we get the knot untied, we'll be back surveying the Northampton. We started with a NORBIT survey, so we had complete coverage of the high-resolution sonar of the vessel, so we have its layout. We can see what's there and not there in a kind of a coarse scale. We can actually, with the NORBIT survey, see at least one of the gun turrets. We see a little bit of the superstructure. We see a debris field off to its side, probably more parts of the superstructure. And we got about halfway down the, see, that would be the starboard.
We were down the starboard side.
Down the starboard side.
We got just aft of the aviation facilities on the ship.
Right. And as soon as they get this untangled, we'll continue down the starboard side around the bow, although this vessel, I think, does not have a bow either.
No, I think her bow is still here, it looks
like.
like.
Oh, really? Oh, well, if that's
what
the
I
case.
see of the
it'll be a first for us.
Yeah.
The first.
Yeah. Earlier this morning, just kind of an aside story with Northampton, I was chatting with Nick McGraw, who works in the command's collection management facility. They take care of all of our artifacts from ships and things. And he reminded me that I want to say about 15 years ago or so, the Northampton's shipbuilder plaque. It's usually a bronze plaque that says, the name of the ship and where it was built and the year and all that. Turned up in an odd place. It was found by a member of our what was then Naval Historical Foundation, and it was found on the curb in the trash in a neighborhood in Honolulu.
Really?
And apparently the person who had it had passed away, and the new owners were clearing it out. So this guy rescued it, and because he recognized what it was, brought it to the foundation's attention, and the foundation purchased it for the Navy and gave it back to us. It's kind of interesting that we actually have artifacts from ships that were war losses like this. But in the build-up to the war, the few months before Pearl Harbor, when the ships were going in for their yearly overhauls, ceremonial, non-essential stuff was removed in kind of a strip ship operation. And so some of these things like the bells with the ship's name, the builder plates, the presentation silver, and things like that were taken off the ship and stored either in a warehouse ashore, pending, calmer times. And of course, after the war, they didn't come back for them, and so they ended up in these warehouses and things.
Yeah, because I was wondering, you think the builder's plaque would be on the ship,
yeah,
but I guess that explains it.
And the thing I remember most about this plaque is, I guess when they did it, I can almost imagine this big burly chief at the Navy on the ship directing one of his junior sailors to go and remove it. And these things are pretty substantial pieces of bronze, and they're usually very securely bolted to the structure of the ship, and the plaque itself is all bent up and everything, and you can just picture this young sailor with a crowbar just prying this thing off. But it ended up came back to the Navy. It's in our collection.
Wow.
I'm going to ask if Nick, if you and Luke are still listening, if you can find it and take a picture and send it. It would be kind of nice to add to the file here.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. So it's interesting. You talk about this kind of builder's plaque. 2 summers ago, Bob and I were off Alexandria, Egypt, looking for Cleopatra's tomb offshore there, and we were working with a land-based archaeologist there who had been working for years, Kathleen Martinez, who's really has been focused on this effort to find Cleopatra's tomb. And there was a temple, Tapsaurus Maxus, I think it's called, that is a little bit inland from the offshore, not very far. You can see the coast from it. That she believed was Cleopatra's temple, not the tomb necessarily, but the temple. Although most other archaeologists believed it was just some abandoned, unimportant.
Ryan Zemansky
Look at
apparently
this.
is posting a picture of the plaque. So we have it online, but there it is. Yep.
And so she had been excavating there for 10, 15 years. And the year before we got there, they got down one little level lower, and they found the equivalent of this builder's plaque. It's called the foundation stone. When they would build a temple, there would always be a foundation stone that had the name of the builder and who it was in honor of, and that was the absolute proof that this was Cleopatra's temple. But so even in 300 BC, they were having builders' plaques.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan, or I should say Libby, for posting that. We also have found other things from ships that were lost in action. You know, that stuff survived. One of Northampton's ship's bell with the ship's name on it is actually was found in our warehouse, and it's now on loan to the city of Northampton, Massachusetts. The bell from USS Hornet CV-8 that was lost in these waters during the Battle of Santa Cruz, her bell turned up at of all places, the Naval Magazine at Pearl Harbor.
Interesting.
So the ships are gone, but some of these things still survive from them.
So let me ask you, Frank, how do they pick? I know classes have, some classes have names of cities, some classes have names of states, and so on. But how do they pick which city? Is there a competition?
There used to be a naming convention in those days that was a little more set. Battleships, of course, being the capital ship of the Navy, bore the names of the states. Cruisers, being kind of like a smaller version, bore the names of cities. Submarines, of course, named for fish. Destroyers were named after naval heroes and personages of fame. It was up to the Secretary of the Navy to kind of decide on the process. I don't know if my boss Sam Cox is still online or not, but he's kind of involved with it. I don't know if he would like to comment on the chat field a little bit about the naming process nowadays. But yeah.
Yeah, because I know, certainly some cities take great pride.
They do. Some of the states usually presented their battleship with a silver service. Some of the cities also did that to their namesakes as well. There's actually a whole Navy office called the Presentation Silver Program that oversees that. They're part of the Naval Supply Systems Command. And they keep track of all these silver services as they're moved around,
Yeah, I know. Well, I know submarines now are named. There's states and cities too in
There's
submarines.
Kind of a mix. They've also kind of, I guess it's Secretary Braithwaite started going back to some of the famous fish names for some of the Virginia class.
But there is I know there's a submarine, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Because my wife was a congressional staffer for the New Hampshire Congresswoman, and she got to go to the christening, and then eventually took a ride on it. So they were in that.
Was she the sponsor?
Was the Congresswoman the sponsor? I do not know. I don't know, but I know when they took the ride, it was one of the last times they did the angles and dangles with VIPs aboard. And so my wife has said I've been in submersibles quite a bit, and even another, but no angles or dangles.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you guys doing over there? Everybody good? No. Okay. We're still doing handoffs, guys. Sorry.
good chunk of that sub still exists.
Well, I'll tell you a really funny story about that.
Oh, well, I have lots of stories on that too.
Okay. All right, Mike, how you doing?
You're on mute. You're muted.
You're mute.
Oh. Intentional mute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no worries. So let me just update everybody. Larry and back row guys and everybody at home, we're just doing a shift change, and we had a little wrap up with our tether, so towards the end of the last shift, so we've gotten that managed. So now we're just doing some housekeeping before we go back into operations.
Okay, excellent. All right, so I've told people that we were holding for a deknotting, and we've been deknotted or untied.
That's right.
Deknotted.
And
Yes.
so all right, they're
Good
just
work.
setting up now, and then they'll move back to the Northampton, and we'll continue our photogrammetric survey, which is a very, very continuous high-resolution video survey that can then be used to create a 3D model of the vessel.
While we're continuing to get set up to continue our dive, you've met most of the team on the ship so far if you've been tuning in, listening to different watches, and we've got some excellent experts here to help guide us through the wrecks. But in addition to the teams that are on the ship, we also have a wonderful international community of experts who are online, who are joining us as scientists ashore, both in the chat as with our normal expeditions, as well as a few with the ability to chime in and to call in, and actually you may hear some of their voices on SPL today as we're navigating some of these wrecks. So thank you all so much for participating in this expedition with us. The Scientists Ashore community is a really amazing way that we can continue to work together with people who, even when we can't have everyone out at sea with us, and really expand the pool of expertise that we're able to bring to you and share these stories of these sites with you all.
Headings on. So Ben, just as a heads up, we do still have one wrap left in the tether. Yeah. So we'll need to, at whatever point, we can try and take that out. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay, I am set on my side for whenever you're ready.
else do I need to do here?
Okay.
Do we need to, should we back down and approach? Jacob? Okay. Perfect. I love it. All right, Mike, you ready?
Yep, I am ready.
Tess, good? Okay.
What?
All right, Mike, so...
Ready.
Okay. So, Mike, we're gonna move the ship straight to the west.
Okay.
And then you and I will come down together, and then we'll reapproach the ship.
Okay. Do you want to try and take the wrap out first, or just leave it in?
Yeah.
No, just a question.
I'll come down and
Okay.
I'll come down and we'll do it. But let's get the ship moving.
Let's do. All right.
Yeah, we'll do the ship first to get away from the wreck, and then.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, is this a time on the front row can introduce yourself?
Yeah. Maybe not right now.
Okay, all right. Well, no, we'll hold off. No, no. All right, we'll hold off on introductions. They're still getting set up. All right, so once again, we're just off the wreck of the USS Northampton, which is a heavy cruiser.
Yes.
Is it the same class as the others?
Nope, it's the class lead of the Northampton class cruisers.
And these are older.
Older design,
Older
yeah.
design, yeah.
What else are some of the differences we might see between the Northampton class cruisers and the New Orleans class cruisers that we've been looking at mostly so far?
Well, the hull form in particular, her bow is more clipper shaped than these kind of the non-clipper shape that was in the New Orleans class. The smokestacks are a little shorter, a little further apart from each other. The gun turrets are of a older design. They were armored against splinter protection only. They, whereas the New Orleans class had a more compact housing that was armored against 8-inch projectiles. The stern area is a little different as well. And the silhouette is obviously is very different than the New Orleans class. The New Orleans class actually developed from Northampton. They were doing some improvements, and then when they realized that they had more tonnage available to work into protection, they were able to make some substantial changes, and the ships that were going to be repeat Northamptons that were being built at the Navy yards were actually reordered to the new design. They became New Orleans. It was easier to do that in the Navy yards because, you know, as they're government entities, any contract charges and changes and things like that are kind of conveniently lost in the government's bureaucratic Byzantine processes. Yeah. Okay. But the two that were put out to tender at private yards at Bethlehem Steel in Quincy, Mass, and New York Shipbuilding in Camden, New Jersey, was a little harder to adjust their contracts, so they were left alone, and they became improved Northamptons, often called they were called the Portland and the Indianapolis, but they were a subclass called, you know, named after Portland. So you know, we all know the story of the Indianapolis being sunk at the end of the war, and Indianapolis looked very similar to this design. Those are just some of the key differences. Visually, you can't confuse the two. I mean, they're noticeably different. So. Northampton also participated.
let me know when she
had
comes
an
to a
active
stop.
Pacific career. One of the last things she's noted is doing before her loss was with the Battle of Santa Cruz Island, which was a carrier battle. She was part of the screen of USS Hornet, CV-8, and when Hornet was disabled, Northampton took her in tow and began towing her out of the war zone, and or the combat area. And then just as Hornet looked like they would be able to repair their engines and get up steam on their own after several hours of towing, one last Japanese strike came in, airstrike. Northampton had to slip the tow line and to maneuver for self-protection.
I'm going to take my turn out.
Hornet took the hit that sealed her fate. And then just a few, not long after, about a little over a month later, on November 30th, she was disabled herself and would sink on the morning of December 1st.
And that was in what was called the Battle of
Tassafaronga.
So
Ben, are you fine with me turning on
for
your
dimensions,
butt
this,
light?
this vessel is about 182 meters or 600 feet long.
There we go.
Wow.
And interestingly, I just read that a number of survivors were picked up by PT-109.
PT-109.
But that was before.
All right, Mike, whenever you're ready,
before President Kennedy was the skipper of it a few months before.
You can
start
look at me.
following you down.
Yep. Okay. We're going to go all the way to the deck, and then I'm going to go straight here, and we'll just continue and work aft. Perfect. Yep. Yeah, we'll be working towards the bow here, so towards the south. And Mike, if you want to rotate your heading to look at me.
Yep.
Follow me around. Wow, there is quite a current.
All right. Let me know when you're ready to start.
Let's yeah, go ahead. Let's come down to the deck.
Someone else is controlling my screen here.
Yeah. Definitely getting a strong current here.
Trying to catch up to you.
As I'm pushing in.
Okay.
You can keep your heading there, Mike. I'll try and race out ahead of you here.
All right. I'm at Delta 13 right now, so I'll go ahead and slow and stop.
Come on.
I got you in my lower left.
Okay.
There you are.
All right. Can you scroll up?
I got 9 meters to bottom here.
Heading back down.
Keep going.
Keep following you down.
We're trying to see if you're logged.
I think your delta might be okay there. Or maybe you'll do 16.
Okay.
And Tess, can I get you to iris up, please? And hopefully this is not all we have.
That's wide.
That's it?
Yeah, that's completely wide.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. You have uppers and down, no mid at the moment.
Ugh. Okay. All right. Well, whatever. Let's drive ahead. Let's check it out. Sorry, I floated a little. I'm going to get about 3 meters off bottom.
Okay.
Okay. All right, press in, get back to my lights, turn off this thing. Please, yeah.
Just a lot of particulate in the water.
There's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, we heard from the previous watch that the water was very turbid.
Yeah.
See the vessel is just starting to come into view.